The NBA employs some of our solar system's largest and most athletically skilled humans. While many of its players stun with their credible athletic accomplishments, others have built their careers on their looks, or lack thereof. Sports stars are never far from the spotlights and cameras of the media, even if it's not a beauty pageant. Whether the camera can be a friend to some, it can be their worst nightmare for others, some of whom are mentioned here. Please keep in mind that I'm a self-aware 6 while you read this. In this game called life, I'm not a prize, a trophy, or a medal. I'm more of a participant ribbon, which isn't a bad thing. We all can't be George Clooney. Unfortunately, I've yet to earn millions of money to compensate for my mediocrity in the mirror. However, there's still time. As I work on my strategy to overcome my mediocre looks, let's take a look at 15 NBA players, some formal and some current, who were dealt a poor hand and ended up with faces only a mother could love. Coming in at number 15, we have Chris Bosh. Due to a blood clot in one of his lungs, the former 4th overall pick in the loaded 2003 draft had his career put on hiatus in 2015. He was a great power forward, yet he was also one of the most facially challenged. When he left the NBA's northern frontier for the sunny beaches of Miami after being drafted by the Toronto Raptors, it was the epitome of sorrow. Despite his health issues and uncanny likeness to his original team's mascot, Bosh continues to make a difference off the court through his coaching and his self-titled foundation. Bosh's goal is to encourage youth athletic activity as well as frequent reading. Committing to such worthy causes, as well as having a great, although brief NBA career, he can undoubtedly make a mother proud. We all know that his looks aren't good enough to help him. Up next, we have Adam Morrison. Morrison, a collegiate standout, was a complete bust in the NBA, appearing in only 161 games over 4 seasons. He missed all of 2007 to 2008 with a knee injury. Despite his success at Gonzaga, Morrison lacked the athleticism required to compete at the professional level, and he was mainly useless as a scorer. Teams stayed away from Morrison after his disastrous spell with the Lakers, despite him sporting a flow that I don't recall ever being in fashion, as well as a mustache that would make Burt Reynolds die laughing after being drafted 3rd overall by Charlotte. Morrison's career ended before it even started, and all he has now is his mother's love. You have to feel sorry for him. A life sentence as an NBA draft bust is a difficult truth to embrace and overcome. In addition, he allegedly does not believe in marriage. In the number 13 spot, we have Zaza Pachulia. It's not unexpected that someone named Zaza has a face that only a mother would find appealing, given his name. Pachulia walks around appearing perpetually perplexed, and his play frequently confirms that idea. Pachulia's duty as a current member of the NBA's greatest team ever, the Golden State Warriors, entails him snatching rebounds and establishing hard screens to free up the likes of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Kevin Durant to do what they do best, which is score. Despite his comical appearance, Pachulia was able to land his life partner, Tika Pachulia, by scoring out of his league. The couple is the parents of 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter. Let's hope it wasn't Zaza who gave them their looks. Up next, we have Popeye Jones. Substance abuse would undoubtedly have a negative impact on your appearance, as Popeye Jones discovered. Ronald Jerome Popeye Jones played in the NBA for 11 seasons, and judging by his photo, is as perplexed as we are. Jones would wear 7 different jerseys throughout those 11 seasons, as evidently no one could tolerate the sight of him for more than 3 seasons. Following his playing career, Jones transitioned to coaching and is now an assistant coach with the Indiana Pacers. Seth and Caleb, his 2 kids, both play in the NHL, with Seth for the Columbus Blue Jackets and Caleb for the Edmonton Oilers. Who would have guessed that somebody so yucky could get so lucky? Good for you, Popeye, if only spinach could help you improve your facial characteristics. Up next, we have Andrei Kirilenko. Don't look at the photo for too long or you'll be lost for good, and never go to a Russian barber. Andrei Kirilenko was a significant player for several years, earning an All-Star selection in his 3rd season. Kirilenko, often known as AK-47, was a defensive terror. Kirilenko is now the commissioner for the Russian Basketball Federation, and he is married with 3 children. Masha Kirilenko, Kirilenko's wife, made news in a 2006 interview with ESPN that she revealed that she allows Andrei to cheat on her with other women once a year. Clearly benefiting from a yearly allowance that most guys would kill for, I'm curious if Andrei is able to catch any bites while sporting that hideous wig. Even if he is regarded as one of the finest worldwide NBA players of all time, he may not be able to allure the ladies. Up next, we have Kurt Rambis. Kurt Rambis appeared in 880 NBA games and won 4 championships, all with the Los Angeles Lakers in the 1980s. Rambis, who wore goggles that looked like they belonged to George Clooney, was a competent bench player on a stacked Lakers team. Rambis, like so many others, transitioned to coaching after his playing career, spending 12 seasons as the Lakers' assistant. Rambis would find himself in deep water while serving as interim head coach after liking multiple posts by well-known adult entertainment accounts on Twitter. Rambis would say that he got hacked, but we all know the reality. Rambis, clearly unable to find true love, has resorted to viewing alluring food delivery and home repair films. Up next, we have Chris Kaman. I've always thought Kaman's visage resembled the alien's human appearance in the renowned film Men in Black. Sure, it's not an exact match, but I believe Kaman could have performed the role with little to no makeup. Kaman's appearance is so astonishingly terrible that his mother may wake up thinking, I guess he's still cute. Kaman has so many bad photographs that you could definitely make a list just for him. In fact, once you've finished reading this, I invite you to look him up and have a laugh out loud abdominal exercise like you've never had before. In the number 8 spot, we have Russell Westbrook. Westbrook had a season to remember in 2016-2017, averaging a triple-double, a mark last accomplished by then superstar Oscar Robertson in 1961 and 1962. Westbrook is not only a menace on the court, but also a terror in the eyes. Just look at him. Fortunately, physical appearance isn't a requirement for a successful NBA career, and Westbrook benefits enormously from this. Along with being one of the league's finest players, Westbrook is also one of the league's more fashionable players, regularly sporting some of the league's loudest and most bizarre pregame costumes, possibly to distract the attention away from his mug. Westbrook defied the odds with his on-court performances, and he did the same off the court when he married his college sweetheart Nina Earl in 2015. In the number 7 spot, we have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Most people believe Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. However, there are valid reasons for Kareem. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the creator of the legendary Skyhook, is the NBA's all-time leading scorer with 38,387 points in a 20-year career. Few, if any, people have had careers as decorated and filled with honors as Kareem's. Now, how about something a little less ornate? Kareem's expression. While everyone would agree that Kareem is a great basketball player, far fewer would agree that he is also a beautiful guy. It's different to envision Kareem having to shake the ladies off him throughout his NBA career or his time at UCLA. But perhaps his on-court prowess drew them to his side. Kareem was a fantastic man and all-time great basketball player who was never gifted with the best looks, making him a deserving candidate for our list. Up next, we have Enes Kanter. Basketball's Borat Kanter is comically odd-looking, thanks primarily to his peach fuzz mustache and overall goofish appearance. Kanter is now a member of the New York Knicks, having been traded there in the Carmelo Anthony trade this offseason, and is envisioning him on the prowl in Manhattan will fast induce one to burst into hysterics. Again, I'm sure his bi-weekly paycheck helps his cause, but money can't make ugly go away, though many still subscribe to the belief that it does. Off the court, Kanter is not wanted in his home nation of Turkey because of his comments he made about the current Turkish president Recep Tayyip Erdogan. While not optimistic, it appears that Kanter will be forced to find love abroad, which he may find difficult given his unattractive appearance. Coming in the number 5 spot, we have Joakim Noah. Noah currently has one of the worst contracts in the NBA. Noah, who was in the second year of a 4-year, $72 million contract, was suspended for 20 games earlier in 2017 for breaching the league's substance abuse protocol. Noah has only played in 2 games this season after serving his ban and being healthy again after a string of injuries. With declining output and a massive contract, he's practically untradeable. When you add in his face, it only gets worse. Noah went from NBA All-Star to an unwelcome weight for the New York Knicks. Where he was once regarded to be a star in the making, it may have been difficult to find a suitor for Carmelo Anthony, but they did find a willing partner in the Oklahoma City Thunder. Getting a team to take Noah off their hands would be a much more difficult process. Is there a state noted for its population's collective ugliness? Perhaps you could try there. In the number 4 spot, we have Tyrone Hill. Tyrone Hill, proof that mummies can play basketball, spent 16 seasons in the NBA, averaging 9.4 points per game and 8.6 rebounds per game. I don't have much else to say about Hill's on-court contributions. Instead, I recall watching several of Hill's games throughout his career and being perplexed by his appearance, particularly when he became heated with referees. In the number 3 spot, we have Dennis Rodman. A list of the NBA's ugliest players would be incomplete without the worm. Rodman, the United States' unofficial envoy to North Korea, may one day be the key to saving the world from nuclear disaster. Therefore, I should temper my judgment of his appearance. Rodman was a member of the Chicago Bulls team that won 3 consecutive championships in the late 1990s. Coming in the number 2 spot, we have George Murison. And I'm still trying to figure out what's protruding from the right side of Murison's head. Do you have any ideas? After being picked 30 overall by the Washington Bullets in 1993, Romanian giant at 7'7" and 303 pounds appeared in 307 games. Murison's accomplishments were few and far between, save from being named the NBA's most improved player from the 1995 to 1996 season. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have Sam Cassell. E.T. Call Home. The iconic 1982 film about an unbreakable friendship created between a youngster and a lost alien was based about Sam Cassell's childhood before becoming a renowned NBA player. Most photographs of Cassell are cringeworthy, as he is widely regarded as the most unattractive basketball player ever since ever. His galactic-inspired visage has spawned numerous internet jokes, and few can debate past and present unattractive athletes without referencing his resemblance. Well guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Tip Top Sports, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.